How you all doing, ladies and gentlemen? So we're here today with At Infinitum, Deltarune song produced by Oxygen and made by the Stupendium. Well, as you know, as typical with these videos, go support the Stupendium and Oxygen. I don't know if I'm saying the name right. Maybe it's O2 Oxygen, like H2. No, okay, never mind. I don't know what the name would be. Maybe I'm just thinking too much about it. It's really just Oxygen. But go support all the people that were involved with this video. Go watch the original one before you watch my reaction to it. Another thing that I do want to say is that for the month of February, I'm trying to raise awareness for two specific causes. One of them being domestic violence, prevention of domestic violence, and the second one being prevention of animal cruelty. So if you enjoy my content, you know, you don't have to subscribe to my channel, but if you could instead just you know, read up on, if you're not familiar with those two things, if you could just read up on the charity in your area anywhere, that's to help support these charities, and that would be very much appreciated. You don't need to necessarily donate or, you know, give your money to charity. Not everyone is fortunate enough to be able to. Not everyone is fortunate enough to be in a position to be able to support charities. I do understand that, but if you could just read up on those in your area and see what they do, and see maybe if in the future, whenever you are in a fortunate position, that you can help these out, then that would be fantastic. Again, I'm just trying to raise awareness for the month of February. I thought these were two charities, two causes that are as good as any other cause. And I thought it's a great thing to do, because these videos do get a little bit of reach, you know, sometimes. So might as well spread to the positive news, and that's the way. With that said, though, let's hop right into this reaction. As I said, go check out the original one in the description down below, which I will have linked in the description down below. With that said, let's actually watch this and see what this is about. I'm excited. I always am, but I'm excited.
Hey there! If you enjoy our
tonight's performance,
why not consider
like and subscribe.
That's a real
Big shot.
Move, kid.
There we go.
Enjoy the show.
It was a bit quiet there.
Whoa!
If it isn't a lightener, hey! Looks like you're
Alone on a late
all
I-
your friends.
Actually, sorry. Before you continue, I probably should mention, I played Undertale's a little bit for like 2 hours or so. I played Deltarune. I think the first chapter was free. That's why I played it. I played that for like half an hour, so a lot of the references here will go over my head. I thought I should have mentioned that before we started. I think most people at this point are used to me not knowing whatever is going on, but I feel like I should have still mentioned that before we hop into this song.
Hey! Looks like you're
alone on a late
all
night.
your friends abandoned you for the slime. You are. Sales gone down there.
Great.
This is a
Living
very
in a garbage can.
style.
Friend, either you're closing your eyes to saving you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are aware of the caliber of discounts indicated by the presence of a hearted object in your community.
Alright, this is going even too fast for me.
Right time, right place. Right for the picking. Money in your pocket. You're lucky, very lucky. You're so very, very lucky that you get to be investing in this very
Okay. Okay.
You want to have a little fun?
Okay, this is going way too fast. I can't even keep up, and I'm usually good at keeping up, but I can't even keep up here. Oh, this is a bop. That's what it is. This is a bop. I feel like a hipster now in a hipster club. The editing in this is crazy too.
I used to be nothing but the email guy.
Okay.
Now I'm the burns.
Well. Oh.
Are you feeling down?
What?
Discovered by a mom. I'm sure.
Alright. Alright. This just feels like, you know, when you have that chart and it's like poetic, what's it, like positive good, chaotic good, and then like lawful good or whatever this is. This is like chaotic. That's what this is. That's what this straight up is.
Well, here's weird trick discovered by a mom. I'm sure. I will surprise you. The dream now shining, glistening. Gotta buckle up, grab a light by the string. You can have it, say the word, it's yours. I wasn't listening. Right here, last year, on the 3rd of the 4th at 5:06, you search cat pics online. Well, that's just fine. delicious cookies. Little Timmy Tap, Kitty Catalyst.
Nice.
We have a list. Double
Nice.
every habit is.
Nice.
Cat flap, cat food, cat shop, catamaran. You'll be categorically catatonic as a catalog of categories I have in my hands.
Alright. Damn it. wait, yeah, we go back. I don't care. People keep telling me I pause too much. I don't give a damn.
Cat flap, cat food, cat shop, catamaran. You'll be categorically catatonic as a catalog of categories I have in my hands.
Okay. Alright, bro. I don't know what you had to eat, to drink, to smoke, or whatever before this one, but my goodness, the energy is off the chart. The chaotic energy is off the chart. Really? The pipe bomb as well? Nope. Nope, I don't.
It's for you. Wanna know a secret? You too can have a communion with ya. Soon I'll even surpass that damn clown around town.
Okay, this is like there's a lot of chaotic things on the internet, right? A lot of things where I'm just like, bro, like where did you start? I guess I kind of know where he started because I think we've pretty much like watched all of his videos at this point, all of his songs as well. But that's one of those. This is one of those pieces where you're like, where did you start? How did you get here? And what happened along that way? Like this just. I thought I was chaotic with the way I jump around topics and the way I jump around to subjects and discussions and whatnot. But this, oh my jolly goodness. Concerning Deltarune and Undertale is like, it's like basically 16-bit / 32-bit inspired video game. You know, it's inspired by, I think, mainly just the Mother series, the Earthbound series. And you've got some of the retro vibe, but you've got techno vibe, which is like the complete opposite. Like technically usually associated with like, oh, new upcoming music, futuristic music, but it's just blended all together.
Soon I'll even surpass that damn clown around town. We've got never better bargains, we've got deals you won't believe. We can tell you what you want before you realize what you need. If you'll pardon us the jargon, here's our darker guarantee. We take cash or card or credit.
I take your heart for free. Yeah, absolutely. I need one. I thought my camera wouldn't work well with it. Okay. That's like my dance move. Right there. That's my dance move. Straight up, that's just me. Absolutely no dance moves is what I've got. As usual.
Anyone hear me?
Caught in the interwebs.
Mike.
Oscar.
We've got never better bargains, we've got deals you won't believe. We can tell you what you want before you realize what you need. If you'll pardon us the jargon, here's our darker guarantee. We take cash or card or credit.
We'll take your heart for free.
Insurer, know that I'm the best in policy. Do you want to end in poverty? Money, I'm the one to help invest it properly. I'm here to talk about ended
Woohoo! Throw all the means in there. Woo! Go back. I'm sorry, I was too focused on the beat there. The way I combine, damn it. The way you combine the words though is pretty friggin' swell. Like, it just sounded like he was just talking gibberish. Nah. Basically, the truer words have not been spoken. Truer words have not been spoken in a while, which is why you'll never see me chase after a fad. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's not just me, right? This is not just me, right? The last like 30 seconds literally just sound like like straight up. Perfect. You know, he was talking about static and whatnot. Perfect. Like half the words are static and all I hear is just have it and I have it. I have it and I had it. Right here, just. That's what it sounds like to me. Just noise. Literally. Oh. This is just. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back. This is by far one of the funniest things I've heard. I don't know why it's so funny to me, but it's by far one of the funniest things I've heard. So. Just imagine like a symphony. Like just, like this is so. I'm sorry. Okay, I won't pause this time. I will go back. I'm sorry. Hey. Oh. Oh. Of course.
Hey, thanks for tuning in, pal.
Of course.
Thank you to all of my
Generous benefactors.
for their support. They're all
Big shots.
If you enjoyed that,
Tonight's featured presentation.
you should check the playlist for my
Now this one,
Laminated catalog.
by
songs.
far.
Check out the merch store for
Special deal.
items or give me that sweet
Mortgage payment.
Cromer on Patreon. Leave a
Customer feedback.
comment and
Ring, 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 ring.
that bell. And don't forget to
Like and subscribe.
for more.
This, by far, without question, I don't even have to think about this one, right? Without a question, this was by far the most unique thing I've heard this year. Straight up, not just heard, the most unique thing I've seen this year. I've seen and heard, right? And as someone like me that is 10 hours a day on YouTube, you know, this is by far the most unique thing I've seen this year. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, because the video itself was very unique. I'm not much of a video editor, as you can probably tell from my videos, right? But like, you have scenes right here that I don't know. It just looks very, very, like, you wouldn't really. Here's what I'm assuming he did, right? You know, later on he kind of goes about the green screen and the masking. Of course, he's standing in front of a green screen, so on and so forth. But then I also wonder, the eyes, well, most of the glasses, I guess you could say, those aren't things that because he wouldn't be able to get that kind of pink and that kind of yellow. The face, you know, the blushes, I guess you could say, it almost looks like a mask with the glasses and whatnot. But like the way it looks so crisp, I don't know how this was edited. I straight up don't know, right? Usually I can kind of guess my way around just because I used to do a little bit. I know I'm not great at video editing, but like when I was like 10, I did actually try to video edit, alright? there are a few AMVs and like edited videos out there of me, yeah, that no one will ever be able to find because those were so bad that I kind of gave up. But like, I don't know how this was done, straight up. It's very unique to watch. And then it's just very unique to listen to. And it's a song about basically the internet. A lot of like the negative lights and also the positive. Yeah, actually, I wouldn't really say positive. A lot of the negative things about the internet. The peer pressure, as well as just like general memes and general phrases that we've all heard many billions of times. You know, it really feels like it is. I was gonna say it really feels like Undertale come to life, and I guess that's the best way to describe it. Again, I'm not too familiar with Deltarune. I have played it a little, but not enough to really be able to like say anything. So like, just for me, from my perspective, the way I'm viewing this video, it's by far the most unique thing I've heard and seen in 2022. And I would honestly be shocked and surprised if it doesn't remain that way by the end of the year. Like, I'll be very shocked and surprised if come, December 2022, there'll be something that tops it in, like, the uniqueness from what I have seen. But we will see about that. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, go support the Stupendium and Oxygen or O2 Oxygen, or how I don't know how the name would be pronounced, the tag would be pronounced, but go support all these lovely folks over there, which I will have linked in the description down below. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see all of you in the next video. Until then, have a nice day, peace out, and as always, you gotta have it. I had it. Yeah, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I had it. That's all I heard. Literally, the last minute or so, that's all I heard. Straight up, that is all I heard. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. Anyway, though, ladies and gentlemen, peace out. Have a good weekend or a good week whenever you're watching this, and see ya. Bye. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? Welcome everybody. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, evening, morning, night, or wherever you're watching this. We're here today with another reaction. This time it's the Toybox by the Stupendium. The Toybox, I am not sure what this is in reference to. Now, Poppy Playtime song, I don't know what Poppy Playtime is, to be fair. I do know Oxygen. He was in the comments previously in one of my previous videos, stating how his name is pronounced correctly, but he basically just said, yeah, whether it's Oxygen, O2 Oxygen, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. So it's good to see those two combine again, because the last time they were together, I think it was the Ad Infinitum song. I'm pretty sure that was the one that they were together on last time, or that they worked together on last time, as far as I'm aware. So to me, it's just like, yeah, that song was absolute insanity. Absolutely wild and absolutely crazy. So I'm very much interested to see, how this one plays out, how this one transforms, how this one moves forward, because that duo is a duo. I don't know. That duo is a duo. Yeah, I probably could have thought of better words to say anything, but hey, it do be like that sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we start, as always, go support the Stupendium. I'll have his original video linked in the description down below, so you guys can check it out before you watch my reaction to it as well. Give his video a thumbs up and let him down below that you enjoy his video. I was thinking like a specific sentence, but I just let him know that you enjoy his video and his song, the production. Now with that said, let's hop right in and see what this one is all about and what this one has in store for us today. With that said, haha. Let's make sure that we're right at the beginning. We're currently in 1080p. Let's go up to 4K. I like 4K. Do you like 4K? I'm sure you like 4K. Let's get ready to rock and roll.
Smash it! Hit it! Crack it! It's the button all the kids are pressing!
It's the
Stupendium subscribe button!
From
Playtime Co.
That's a clever way of doing it.
Radical!
That's a clever way of doing it.
You were about to see
Okay.
the most incredible doll ever invented. Her name is Poppy, and she is the first truly intelligent doll.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't like dolls. No.
Come take a tour behind the doors where dreams are made.
Okay.
Where boys and girls around the world can come to play. Where you'll see entertainment, innovation on display. No, you can't escape the fun, imagination runs away.
Aye.
No better place to spend all your days and play pretend. No, you won't be on your own.
Man, the production value of this. Like, did they literally just craft like a box or something? I don't know. But like the production value in this, one thing I do want to mention, I don't like dolls. Not that I've got anything particularly against them. I grew up watching Chucky, the murder doll, when I was like 4. Probably not a good decision in all honesty, but I didn't like dolls back then. And then it's not like I got a fear of them, a irrational fear of them. It's just they're boring to me. Same for toys, which is why you don't really see toys unless they're like collectibles. But I like this production. I don't know how they must have built that. We'll talk about the production later. Okay. Okay. Oh no. It can't just be happy-go-lucky, can it? Long before time, oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. One second. I like that rhyming scheme. Oh, I like that rhyming scheme. I mean. Alright, now we got. I should have expected it. I should have expected Toybox, Poppy Playtime. I thought, oh, happy go lucky. Nice, the way it started. Happy go lucky. Nice. A minute in, yeah. This is classic Stoops, right? This is classic Stoops where you take something innocent, you take something harmless, and you make it harmful. Now, obviously, I think it comes to no surprise that I'm not familiar with Poppy Playtime, but the thing that comes to my mind immediately is obviously Toy Story, just based on the subject matter and whatnot. But we're diving deeper into the madness. I don't know if they're laughing in the background as well. Okay, he's playing the guitar. Of course. Of course. Oh no.
A little girl can talk to her. Poppy gives her answers. She is the first doll.
Is that a flute? I think somebody's intentionally playing the flute bad in the background, but I'm not. Let me listen to that again. Sorry.
A little girl can talk to her. Poppy gives her answers.
Yeah, someone is intentionally playing the flute badly in the background. Obviously, the big thing with what do you call them? Not wood instrument, but the big thing with flautists, especially, you know, the flautist players. I mean, it's kind of redundant, I guess. But the big thing with flaut is that you should never hear their breath. In this case, I mean, it's more than just not hearing their breath. It's just the whole thing. It's like it sounds like me playing the flute, like that's how it sounds like.
Our little girl can talk to her. Bobby gives her answers.
Which obviously works. Sorry, which obviously works very well with the whole Toybox theme, because the flute is like sort of like the instrument you give to children. You're like, yeah, you wanna play some music? Yeah, just take the flute. Yeah, it's cheap. Yeah, a cheap flute, a cheap wooden flute that barely works anything. Yeah, that's kind of what you give most children.
Actually able to have a conversation with a child. Hard to believe.
It's not that. That's definitely not the instrument making that noise. 100%.
Cause we're destined to be best friends.
Hey, look!
The second you stepped in, you give me butterflies in my tummy.
It's Arlo.
Smells your intestines, you're the high
Oh no. Oh no.
Now your arms are long enough to slap boxes off the shelf. But if you think
Man, this production.
really going to help, we're wondering what other limbs can be detached as well. Doesn't it twist your thing?
Ah.
Look at these points of articulation. Roll on my string, have a conversation. Oh, so you think we're a bad nation?
Okay, sorry, no. We're
String, have a conversation. Oh, so you think we're a bad nation?
Damn it, I'm gonna be wondering now how you. Has to be a green suit then. Stupendium, mate. This room itself is so cool. This production is so. well.
All of the nation's favorite toys were created. Playtime Co. is now offering factory tools at just $2.99 a person.
Oh, we good.
What time is it?
Oh no! Oh no! He's pulling the robot as okay. Pulling out the robot and everything. That's... Oh no! I swear, if I saw that in real life, just like appear out of nowhere, hey, I'm running. Forget about fighting, I'm running. If I saw that, I'm running. I don't care if it's a prank or not, I'm running.
Huggy's long, huggable arms may present the choking hazard.
Ready or not, we'll find you.
Man. This was cool. We'll wait until the end, obviously, but
Thank you for watching, and a big Playtime Coast thank you to all of my generous patrons. I couldn't do it without you, I really couldn't. I'd shake your hands, but well, here we are. If you enjoyed the video, then why not check out my playlist of other fun-horrific tunes, and be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and ring that silly little bell. And if you really enjoyed, then why not check out my merchandise store or Patreon?
Alright.
That'd be just swell. Oh no, there go my battery.
well, as he said, just a pair of double A's and your fun will turn to a nightmare, whatever he said. I'm honestly just more so flabbergasted by production. Like this must have been a nightmare to set up. Like, this room just by itself must have been a nightmare to just set up. Like, there are so many different shots in here. And it's like, I'm trying to find a specific shot that I saw earlier, like with the wall specifically. But he obviously got the animation part that, you know, you see a lot from Stupendium videos. I believe he does them actually himself, from what someone mentioned in the previous comments before, is that he actually does the animation himself. It might have been actually him that clarified that in one of the comments on one of my reaction to his videos, where I think it was him actually that stated that he does the animation himself a lot of the time. But there are a lot of shots in here that I'm just like, how? I mean, forget this guy. As I said, yo, if I saw this anywhere near me, right? If my door just suddenly opened, right? If this door here just suddenly opened, and you get this Nightmare of Elm Street Arlo lookalike, just walk in, right? Even if like there's a secret camera somewhere, right? Like, oh, it's just a prank, bro. It's just a crap. Now, I'm opening those windows and I'm diving outside. Like, straight up, I'm diving outside. Second floor now, I'm diving outside. I'm like, woohoo! I'm out. I'm out. I ain't dealing with all that. I am out. You can deal with I can deal with the repercussions at the end, but I am not taking that. I'm not taking the risk. The song. Let's talk about the song a little bit, because we've talked about the production quite a lot, and it's just because it gives me such a jolly vibe. That's why it kind of like tricked me, which I can't believe I'm getting tricked at this point. I can't believe I'm getting tricked at this point, because I'm so familiar with the Stupendium. Obviously, we've done so many Stupendium songs where it doesn't feel like I should be getting tricked by things. It feels like I'm so used to his videos, both, you know, his songs as well as the videos themselves, that I should expect there to always be a twist. And just because I wasn't familiar with Puppy Playtime, I thought, okay, this is more so a happy-go-lucky kind of song with maybe some, you know, deeper undertones. But no undertones. No, none of that secret stuff. No undertones. Clearly, this wasn't a happy-go-lucky song. I mean, if you want to interpret it that way, you can, most certainly. But the way I saw it, yeah, this gave me like, I don't know what the shows were called, but when I was younger, MTV had a lot of like cartoons, not the likes of like Happy Tree Friends or whatnot. Like, those are like, you know, innocent looking ones as well. That's like, oh, I'm so innocent looking, but in reality, no. Reality, that's not what we are. But no, it had some other cartoons on MTV as well back in the day, where it was like, okay, this, you know, yeah, if you're watching this for like, if you're watching this like a parent came in for like a minute or two, they'll be like, you're watching just some cartoons, right? But if and then they just woke off. But if they actually sat down and watched it, they were like, yo, what are you watching? Oh my goodness, what are they showing? But that's kind of the vibe that I got of this. Now, I must say as well, I was never one of those kids that I really like the shot here. With like the doll's head coming off, and then like a second later you see his head just turning. I'm pretty sure this is where like a green screen comes on. Like here it's a normal suit, and then right here is probably where like they switched like to a green screen. Like sorry, not a green screen, a green suit, because that arm is twisted. So that way they could have this shot right here. I think that's kind of how they went about it. Again, I wouldn't know. I don't make quality videos, unfortunately. Hurts to say. Hurts to say, but it is the truth. I'm trying to work on quality, but clearly that's not working. Oh, that is a face that. Oh no, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Again, I wonder how they made that box right here. Sing along. I was never into toys. As a kid, I was never into toys. Like I wasn't into cars. I wasn't into toys. I don't have any figures in this. I don't have. Well, I've got one figure. And that's a Legend of Zelda like 8-bit amiibo figure. But that's because that one came with my Switch when I bought it. But I don't collect figures. I didn't like cars growing up. I was into, you know, video games. cards, as in like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, Beyblades. I like Beyblades. I mean, can you consider that figure? Maybe. If you can, then sure, absolutely. You know, toys. But I wasn't into toys. Like, I never just sat there and was like, yeah, let's play toys. No, I was into, like, board games. You know, Monopoly, haha. Or other things like Connect 4 or Twister or, you know, pools or darts or, I don't know. But never toys. I don't know. I think I just kind of skipped that phase, unfortunately. One thing I will say as well about the song, about the music, the audio, it is very, very... I mean, obviously, I don't think this comes as much as a surprise, I guess, but it's very, very fitting. The thing about Stupendium is, and I've realized that previously, obviously, but this notion gets reinforced every time I watch a video of his. Like, every time I watch one of his more recent videos, because it wasn't so much with the older videos. With the older videos, I mean, like I said, we've done, like, I want to say, like, a good chunk of his videos. Maybe not all of them, but, like, a good chunk of his videos. I feel like he was a lot more... What's a good way of phrasing this? Varied? Yeah, I guess that's a good way of phrasing it. He was a lot more varied early on when he started. Like, just testing things, trying out new things here and there. But I think he's really, like, zoomed in, honed in. Based on what I've seen, now granted, again, I've not seen all of his recent videos, but based on what I've seen from all of his newer videos per se, it seems like he's really come to realize what he is great at. And obviously that comes naturally, you know, with time. The more you do something, the better you get at it, and the more you know what your strengths and your weaknesses are. And I feel like he's really come to realize what his strengths are, and really portray those strengths even more so than usual. Like, when I think of this Stupendium, I think of chaos. Like honestly, I think of chaos, right? I think of just, I think of just, it comes back to, like, I think it's a D&D term, actually. I don't play D&D either. But I mentioned this thing recently, and someone that did play D&D was like, are you trying to make a D&D class or something? I'm like, no. But, like, when I think of Stupendium, I think of a chaotic neutral, really. That's kind of like my thoughts whenever I think of, like, just him, his channel, his videos, his music. Whenever I think of that, I just think chaotic neutral. Again, this doesn't apply to all of his songs, because obviously, as I said, there are previous ones, like the underwater one. I think it was called the Subnautica one. I think it was. I'm not sure whether I've got the right game or not. But, like, you know, that was more so a message to humanity, you know, more so an appeal, I guess you could say. Then you've obviously had, you know, songs that were about capitalism, socialism, so on and so forth. But or more so like political aspects, I guess, of the economy. But I think recently, from what I've seen, it's been a lot more chaotic. I think it's been a lot more chaotic in a good sense, because chaotic can obviously be a bad thing as well. But I think it's been a positive chaotic vibe that I've gotten from him. But that's just my thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, very much enjoyed this one. The Toybox, the theme, I liked it. Even though, again, personally, it doesn't appeal to me as much, because I don't like toys that much. I know, shoot me. And I have no idea what Poppy Playtime is, if I'm being completely honest. But it did give me a Toy Story vibe. I think these cars here are from... Is the movie just called Cars or something? I think it's called Cars. Yeah, I think that the monster trucks here are just from Cars or something. Again, I've got no clue when it comes to cars at all, trucks or anything, any sort of vehicle. As long as it drives from A to B, I'm satisfied. It doesn't need to look good, it just needs to get me from somewhere. A horse and a cart, you know, that's good enough for me, the way I see it. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, I will see all of you in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. As always, peace out and bye. Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome. So here today with another Stupendium reaction. This one is titled No One's Home. My goodness, that sounds kind of sad. What tragedy are we in for today? And why is that dog barking the second I start recording? I don't know. But there are questions in life that, you know, actually, I could probably find out, you know, what tragedy we're getting into. We're getting into a Beholder free rap featuring McGwire. So, as usual with Stupendium, one, I've got a playlist of Stupendium that I've reacted to. So, if you are interested in seeing more after this one, you know, go check out that playlist. But with that said as well, as always, I'll have the link of the original video in the description down below. I currently have hay fever, so if I do sound, like a stuffy nose, like a runny nose, I hate hay fever. Why is there conspiracy theory about everything except for hay fever? If there was a conspiracy theory that like the government created hay fever, you know what? I would 100% believe it. That is the only conspiracy theory that I subscribe to, because hay fever is just the bane of my existence. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, as always, go watch the original one, go support the original video, go support Stupendium, and then come back and watch my reaction to it. With that said, in addition to that, just because I'm doing a lot of content this month and next month and the month after and the rest of the year, just let me know what you want to see next. I currently don't have a list, so anything that people recommend, would go on that list immediately, and just go off from there. So if you have anything else that you want me to recommend, if you have anything else that you want me to react to, recommend your recommendations down, or leave your recommendations down below more so than anything. With that said, we're going to get started, ladies and gentlemen, with No One's Home. Obviously, I'm not familiar with Beholder Free. I think I say that every reaction as of this point, because, I'm a fraudulent gamer. I'm a fraudulent gamer, that's just the way it is. Well, yeah, we're going to get started with this one. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Oh my.
Safeguarding of our society's cultural integrity. You would do well to subscribe to the Stupendium.
I agree with that one. Oh, I agree with that one, Ooh, what's this? It's not a glockenspiel, I know. That's like my first thought.
It's my pleasure to welcome you to your new home in apartment 2 with 1 bedroom and a splendid view. Just don't forget when the rent is due. We expect all.
Ooh! All right. So sorry, I know pausing right off the get go, but okay. One, I like the. I think it's a steel drum. I should really know this, considering that I played the steel drums for like a year or two. But I think it's a steel drum being played in the background. That's the instrumentation. But then in addition to that, you've obviously got the visual art style, which is just hey, the visual art style is really nice. I really love it. Let's go back.
It's my pleasure to welcome you to your new home in apartment 2 with 1 bedroom and a splendid view. Just don't forget when the rent is due. We expect all residents to abide by tenancy rules. Keep quiet, keep clean, keep telling the truth. Present evidence of any element to have better to do than to comply with our societal requirements. Those who stay in line might just survive until retirement.
Oh my.
Oh no. Laundry room to hide and item in the dryer. This block is state provided.
Okay. You know what? I thought this game would be wholesome. I thought like, oh, it's like a life simulator, like a rent simulator wouldn't be wholesome, because I think that would just be sad and depressing. But yeah, I like a Sims game. That's what I thought. Now I'm thinking it's like a scary or horror game, which makes sense with the Stupendium. Because yeah, if you look at like a history of like kind of games that he seems to enjoy, that he makes videos about, they seem to be like these more niche indie games that I haven't heard of per se. Maybe they're not that niche, but that like they have like a horror theme to them, I want to say, But yeah, let's go back a little. Okay, this is it's not exactly your neighborhood. It's not exactly your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah.
Went to the laundry room to hide an item in the dryer.
And obviously the lyrics as well.
With every regulation, and you'll find food on the table. It's not a state provided. You find decadence is wasteful. It's been perfect since the state decided what decor is tasteful.
Oh, I like that. Sorry, I don't. We're pausing too much. I like it though. We start off with this.
And you'll find food on the table. It's
not a state provided.
You find decadence is
wasteful.
It's been perfect since
the state decided
what decor is tasteful.
I like it.
Manager, my job is sorting the utilities,
I'm wearing the wrong tie for this, aren't I? You know what? Screw it. We're getting a different tie. I'm not going to put it on properly. This is the best we can do. Alright, literally just put it on because it fits thematically, alright? If it looks odd, hey, I don't care. Just go with the flow, alright? Just go with the flow.
Activities, I'm just a standard landlord. Glory to the ministry.
Oh. Oh.
Keep a secret from the building that you keep it in.
Woo.
Friend your fellow tenant, show a smile and keep it pleasant. But no, everyone's a friend until you need to turn some
I mean, I've not looked at our society like that, but sure. Ooh. Ooh. From Masculine, I love this. You know, you've got like, almost like Big Brother just watching. You know, we all live together, but, you know, no one's home. That theme.
To get through the day, behold you to play with the rules of behavior. The state reapprove all the tunes you play when alone in a room. Well, to whom do you pray? Assume that your neighbours are moving away when the black man comes in the night. You're numb to the sight of another one fumbling for someone to for the life or the ones gonna arrive. They're gone for the sun's gonna rise to a government provided bunker for some realignment. It's just fine. You could judge it's a wonderful time.
Oh my goodness! This is dark.
Following, I'm not recording. Your paranoia is awfully boring, according to all of your friends have told to me. But you broke up to you and a store from the law were my provided mics are tiny and I can't transcribe properly. Should you ever behold me with my peepers pressed to a keyhole, you can trust I'm just checking the tumblers for us. I'm a custodian, not a ministry mole. Settle in for a night of...
You know what? This is a banger. Like, this one is like it feels like he's speaking to me right now. Just like, I know there's like instrumentation going on in the background, but it feels like he's just speaking to me. Like, this just feels like a horrorcore, you know, almost like a horrorcore movie in a way. And I know that's the theme, like, you know, the conspiracy. Did I? You know what? At the beginning, I was talking about like conspiracy theories. Hey, fever, this is what this video is about. Oh, but I cracked the code before I even watched the video. Oh!
I'm a custodian, not a ministry mole. Settle in for a night on the couch. No questioning what that red light is about. Now we've been on your ceiling since the time you went out. It's just a little gaslighting, put aside any doubts. You find in your house, you prefer to your spouse, any crimes going out, any tiny amount. New ideas found is the matter I bounce, cause I'm writing them down and I tight at the count. What's the matter every night or two if I sneak in, never raffle through, but depending what I find, well, you'll be faced with another kind of raffle too. Privacy is the cry of the defiant compliancy, but
you know what? I'll try not to pause it as much, but of course.
So the rise of a tyrant becomes entirely viable. You will find that the spying is really quite justifiable. Why are you crying when it's your blind eye that's liable? Handy landlord here to fix your fence.
Alright, a few things. I'm sorry, I have to pause it, right? Because there's so much that I want to talk about. Well, there's not that much. I do want to like talk about it at the end more and, you know, wrap up my thoughts. But one thing, I think it was a banjo that just came in for like a few, like don't. Yeah, this song is getting creepy. Like, I'm sorry, if you're like either if you live in a bad neighborhood, right, or you live a very sheltered life, all I'm gonna say is, right, if it's like midnight for you right now, the Man in Black are real. The Man in Black are real. They're about to take you.
Landlord here to fix your ventilation whistling. Too many questions that it's not the air that needs
Jeez!
isn't listening, but worry, it prefers the words glory to the ministry.
Hey, glory to the ministry.
Can't keep a secret from the building that you keep it in. Friend your fellow tenant, show a smile and keep it pleasant, but no, everyone's a friend until you need to turn some people in. It's the breathing on the phone, hiding just beneath the tone. It's the
Deep state.
when no one's home. You may be on your own, but you'll never be alone. Yes, we all live here, but it's no one's home.
Oh no. Oh no. There's always someone else. There is always someone else.
Compliance in watching this video, and extend our thanks to our most loyal of tenants on Patreon for making vital cultural endeavors possible. Let it be known that the resident McGwire has been taken into custody for possession of an incredible singing voice held without license.
Respect.
If you enjoyed this video, citizens must like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you did not enjoy, the ministry mandates that you do so anyway. And to learn the state secrets of how these videos get made, we advise you pay a visit to the Stupendium Patreon. In the meantime, thank you for watching. We'll be returning the favor.
Two things. Donson, beat produced by Donson, very much enjoyed it. obviously, as I said, this one had a very creepy vibe. Going for it, of course, naturally. McGwire, great singing voice, and Stupendium, as usual. I don't think I need to say that much anymore. But like, it's expected. It's expected. You know, the kind of quality you're getting from a audio perspective, from a video perspective, just from a production perspective. And you know what? I might join the Patreon. You know, I know some of the magic gets lost once you actually see how it's being done. But as someone that like would, I'm not gonna create videos like that myself. I don't have talent. Like I can't sing, I can't rap, I can't construe a few words together that sound, you know, nice. I'm just here. I'm just in front of a camera watching something. That's my superpower, I guess. But hey, nah, that's why I would never be able to do it. But I would love to be able to maybe like one day just like, I don't know, do something, right? And so just getting like the BTS of the situations would, I think, read pretty well, because I always try to like deconstruct it with my limited knowledge. So I don't know, maybe that might be something that I'll check out. I always wanted to get the mug as well. I still haven't. I don't know why, but yeah. With that said, this one, I think most people, you know, the book not the TV show, obviously, not the TV show, but I think most people, you know, at least are aware of the book Big Brother. This is, again, I've not played Beholder 3, I've not played any of the Beholders, I don't even know what it is. You know, as I said, I thought it was like more like a rent simulator or something along those lines, but definitely, you know, the Big Brother, the ministry, the state, you know, come on now. Come on now. It's clear what we're going for here. It's clear what the game is going for. It's clear what the song is going for. And you know what? I actually quite like it. Because I always like these, like, you know, someone's watching you, every move. You gotta, you know, act, you know, do your secret moves, you know, act in the shadows while you're being watched, that kind of thing. I always thought, like, story-wise, it always make for, like, very interesting stories. You know, maybe I'm gonna sound bad saying this, but, like, I've always been very interested to see, like, how people... No, I've always loved reading. Obviously not seen it myself, but I always loved reading about, like, people that, you know, managed to escape while either in captivity or, you know, in some certain circumstances, whether that be, historically speaking, whether that be, you know, during Germany, during, you know, in the 1940s, or whether that was, you know, captivity or slavery. I always loved reading about things like that. Granted, a lot of the time it just kind of gets repetitive, but there are good stories to be made, because, you know, when people are brought to the edge of, I don't know, we're kind of like deviating here, but when people are like brought to the edge of their, it's not so much sanity, but when people are brought to the edge, to the brink of like what they can stomach and what they can't stomach, it, you know, it creates interesting stories. And I always liked stories that focused on like the individuals, their mindset, their story, their philosophy, their psychological, their psycho. I can't speak today, and I blame my stuffed nose for that. I've got a legitimate reason today for that. All right, hay fever. That's my reason. But I always enjoyed like reading stories like that, and because it just, when people are brought to the absolute brink and they have to like find a way out, to me it just makes it very interesting. And obviously in this song gave us a different perspective. It didn't give us the perspective of, like, you know, the people trying to escape. It gave us mostly a perspective of, well, the overlord. And you know what? Hey, I like it. I like it. It has this very much like, I always compare it, because what I did, you know, the Big Brother, what I did learn about that in school, I always think about Doctor Who for some reason. You know, Doctor Who season 1, I think it's like episode 11, Bad Wolf. Okay, that's what I think about, right? Like, your whole life is being, you know, watched, controlled, so on and so forth, and it's just credit system. And I mean, it's very much a modern thing as well. Like, you know, you go to like some countries, in well, I was gonna say Eastern Asia, but just Asia in general, you know. There's a lot of things like that, like surveillance going on, and let's just say it's very real today as well. I like this, you know, watchful eye, this big eye just watching all of us, watching all of our moves, and just seeing like what we're doing, if we're doing anything wrong, anything that, you know, could go against the state, or if we're, you know, being faithful little sheeps. I'm a faithful little sheep, so I'm gonna subscribe to the Stupendium. I mean, I'm already subscribed, but you know what you should be? You should be a faithful little sheep. You should be subscribing to me. You should be liking this video. You should be. Do people even use the bell? I don't know. I don't even. I actually know I do use the bell, but you should click on that bell, and you should comment down below what you want to see next. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I will see all of you in the next one. Everyone, until then, have a nice day. Peace out, and as always, see ya. Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're here today with another reaction. This time it's Open the Skies, the Stray song. And the funny thing about this one is I saw a cat as the thumbnail. And I thought, ooh, is this going to be a song about stray cats? Are we going to do a song about stray cats? I don't think it's the case. But I would love for someone to make a song about stray cats, or just stray people, or just stray dogs, you know. But this song is titled Open the Sky. It's a Stray song. Or maybe it's an Open the Sky song, and the song is called Stray. I'm not 100% sure, but it's by the Stupendium. As always, you know. But before we start this reaction, go check out the Stupendium's YouTube channel. He does a lot of great music. I've done reactions to a lot of them, and I've enjoyed basically every single one of them. There hasn't been one that I haven't enjoyed so far. So, you know, if you take my word for it, which I don't know why my word would hold a special place, but if you take my word for it, he does a lot of very good, not just songs, but also videos, and that's kind of sort of like the special thing about him, that he does both himself, and it just feels like, you know, there's a lot of effort, a lot of love, a lot of heart poured into it, and that's why I always enjoy watching them. So go check his video out first before you watch my reaction, and come back and you can watch my reaction to it. I'll have the link to his video in the description down below, so you guys can check it out. With that said, before you hop in, also, you know, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I am trying to promote my Twitter, because I do post a little bit more now than I used to, so that's why I'm trying to promote it a little bit here and there. But yeah, with that said, let us hop right in and get started, I would say. Let me make sure that we're recording. We are. Woohoo! Nice. And with that said, let's just get ready to... Actually, it's been doing that all the time lately for me, so let me just make sure that we are in 1080p. Actually, no, let's go 4K. Ooh, and we fancy. Let's get started. Flickering imagery. Oh no, Pokemon. Oh no, watch out. Porygon. That's what I was looking for. That Pokemon. Ooh. Ooh.
It's cold and it's dark, keeping hold of a spark.
This looks cool.
They sealed us away, they were keeping us safe, but as years creep to age, there's a hole in the arc.
Sorry for pausing it this quickly already. I like what he's doing with his voice there. Like, it's a very... the whole track so far feels very, I mean, yes, obviously the effect is, you know, this like night sky, ambient, you know, echoey vibe, because it's so quiet that your voice just reverberates around and around. But the atmosphere it's giving off actually kind of reminds me of, I don't know whether some of you know it, but Fear Funny. I don't know how if that's how it's supposed to be said, but Fear Funny, TheoPhany, who does like Majora's Mask's songs. He has like this very creepy vibe to them, and that's kind of like the first thing that came to my mind here, with like this very hollowed out ambient sound of just quietness. For lack of a better term, it's just this quietness that I really like.
Keeping hold of a spark. They sealed us away, they were keeping us safe, but as years creep to age, there's a hole in the arc, lost in circuits and screens. Ooh. An imperfect machine. Ooh. I course through the wires and optical fibers, wait for an outsider to come set me free. So maybe you're the savior I've been praying for, fluffier than I anticipated, but I'll take it short.
Okay, sorry. I do apologize, pausing all the time, but I like how it was like, we just had like environmental shots for like a good, 30 seconds, and the sound was basically taken out. It was very hollow. It felt very, for lack of a better term, lonely. And now that we've got a focus on like a character, can you call this a character? It's a robot thing. But now that you've got a focus on something, the beat kicks in. You've got a cat that's in there now, so you've got another point of reference, and suddenly like the music just comes together. If that makes sense, like suddenly not comes together, but suddenly the music expands. Now that we've got a focus, a focal point, the music suddenly expands. I like that.
Wait for an outsider to come set me free. So maybe you're the savior I've been praying for, fluffier than I anticipated, but I'll take it short. I'll send you these lights through this unending night.
When you're lonely, a cat is your best friend.
So bring me online. I've been locked inside between the neon lights. We are lost to time. It'll be alright. I can be your guide beneath the sea of silence and a concrete sky.
So, as usual, the Stupendium plays games that I've never heard of before and just makes great videos. This looks like Borderlands. Is that his voice 3 times there? This actually looks incredible. It looks incredible, sounds incredible. So, like, previously, his voice, I don't want to say, it definitely was, I don't want to say auto-tune, but it was definitely an effect to the voice, and then you always obviously heard him in the background, saying, like, whatever the end of a phrase would be, and now suddenly, like it shifts again. Like we've had the original shift, you could say, at the beginning of the video, where it was like very hollowed out, very lonely, very creepy. There was no real backing track, and it was basically just like 1 or 2 notes being played on. I can't even say a piano. It wasn't a piano. It was more so like a keyboard, like a setting on a keyboard, like a. You know what, I'm not even going to attempt to. But it was like a setting on a keyboard, almost. Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. And you just play like 1 or 2 notes. Typically, that's what's being done nowadays with, modern music for songs, for singing or rapping, where you just have like 1 or 2 notes, and that's kind of like the beat. And you had that very much at the beginning. It felt very simple, very basic, very... it felt very simple and very basic. To give this tone of just loneliness and solitude across, and then suddenly you've had this characters. You had the 2 characters come in, the cat and the one creature, robot-y thingy thing. That's a great description, thingy thing. And then suddenly you've had more instruments, and then you change it here up again. Well, this time it's his voice that's changing, not really. I need to listen to it again, obviously, but I don't think the instrumentation changes that much, but it's his voice that's changing. That's like, with this electronic effect, suddenly it feels a lot more rigid. Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it. It feels a lot more rigid. I don't know whether that's a good way of describing it, but still.
Intelligence is artificial.
Ooh.
The things we do
Yeah, instrumentation doesn't change.
You were living proof intelligence is artificial. Built this place to keep you safe, and then the haven changed to grave, but left a sentence by mistake. Well, that's hardly civil. At least we think you did. That's what we seem to be. Is this gifted glitch, the twisted free of blind obedience?
Woo! Wait a second, run that back.
Mistake, well, that's hardly civil. At least we think you did. that's what we seem to be. Is this gifted glitch that twisted free of blind obedience? Or our souls a mix of ceaseless tangled frequencies, chewing up and spitting memories in random sequences? All our thoughts, all we feel, ones and noughts trapped in steel. Something more, something real, threaded code cord in a wheel that spins an algorithmic tapestry of what it thinks we have to be. A Frankenstein of fragments, fractal pattern personalities. Imitations,
Okay, keep going.
That's why you wide it in. A parlor trick to keep the systems ticking whilst they're idling. So can it be that deep inside there's more than code to find within? Or are our minds and lives alike just combing the recycle?
Look, alright, I came here for a song. I didn't come here for a philosophical lesson. But you know what? I am here for it. Give me that philosophical lesson. Obviously, this is applying to robots, but can very easily. I mean, the message is pretty clear. I figure, you know, it can very well be applied to humanity.
Something real, threaded code cord in a wheel that spins an algorithmic tapestry of what it thinks we have to be. A Frankenstein of fragments, fractal pattern personalities. If imitation's flattery, perhaps that's why you wide it in. A parlor trick to keep the systems ticking whilst they're idling. So can it be that deep inside there's more than code to find within? Or are our minds and lives alike just combing the recycle bin? If love is empty, find it just a sweet. Where lies the defining lines which binary and grief? Is the nature of what's real and how it starts or how it feels? With the past can't be revealed, perhaps what matters is belief. We live eternal with
Bro, he's not even stopping.
Or society's detritus tries to rise and find a life outside, but how are we supposed to manage that? Oh, there's a cat.
Okay, we're running that back. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry, actually. You should be sorry if you don't want that to be run back. Ooh. We're getting philosophical here. Woo! I haven't done philosophy in years. Actually, I can't say. Well, yeah, it's been years. I haven't done philosophy in like 4 years.
Chewing up and spitting memories in random sequences. What we seem to be is this gifted glitch that twisted
Existentialism.
Or our souls a mix of ceaseless tangled frequencies, chewing up and spitting memories in random sequences. All our thoughts, all we feel, ones and noughts trapped in steel. Something more, something real, threaded code cord in a wheel that spins an algorithmic tapestry of what it thinks we have to be. A Frankenstein of fragments, fractal pattern personalities.
I love this. I'm sorry, I love this. I might not be reacting much, but I just love this.
So can it be that deep inside there's more than code to find within? Or are our minds and lives alike just combing the recycle bin? If love is emulated, would we find it just as sweet? Where lies the defining lines which binary and grief? Is the nature of what's real and how it starts or how it feels? With the past can't be revealed, perhaps what matters is belief. We live eternal with our circuits running laps until our servos burn out and we purposeless collapse. Or society's detritus tries to rise and find a life outside, but how are we supposed to manage that?
Ooh, there's a cat.
There's a cat.
And I like this ending as well. It seems mad random, but nah, it really is, you know, like a distraction. We have all these, well, I can't say we, you know, that's obviously generalizing, but, you know, people have all these thoughts about, ooh, what does the future hold? Am I just trying to fit in? I'm not really being myself. I'm just, you know, trying to fit in. I'm trying to fit in society so I don't get ostracized because, you know, if I stand out, the nail that stands out gets hammered in first, you know, so I'm just trying to fit in. And you have all these deep thoughts about, well, my role in society, so on and so forth. And then suddenly, you just find a distraction. And all that thought is gone. You just find a distraction, you're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to be that, I want to do something. I want to do something with my life. I want to change the world. And it's like, actually, Britain's Got Talent is on TV. I'll do that later. I'll think about all that tomorrow. Let me watch some Britain's Got Talent. You know, we just get distracted, and that's kind of the way things are. But the song has a very eerie message, actually, because it felt very like lonely at the beginning, and then you know trying to find, then finds a place, and it's like almost like I'm just in a group now. Like, I'm not being myself. I'm not standing out. I'm not being who I really am. It's just there. Just there.
EcoCorp Mark 3 companions make house lockdowns. Sit back and relax. They do the jobs you don't want. EcoCorp makes way wealthy hands with new advances and bacterial.
To all those left deep inside these walls, that alone hold breasts in your tiny pores, where the night extends and the time sits.
And obviously the music, the vocals.
Won't you open the sky for me? Won't you open the sky? Won't you open the sky for me? Won't you open the sky? Straight from the light, straight from the path, straight through the night, straight through the dark, straight from the safety of what's known. Straight till you save me, straight till you're home. Straight for an ending, straight for a start, straight for a future exhumed from the sparks. Straight till we suture the wounds of the past. Straight for those tools, no we're doomed to the earth. Straight for the skies, straight for the bubbles, jewel in the sky. Straight for the bubbles, straight for the sky.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I know I say this a lot. And a lot of times it's because it's a case. A lot of the times it's because I don't remember the other ones that well. But I think this might be my favorite. I think this might be my favorite Stupendium song. Just
And a huge thanks to my incredible patrons for supporting the channel and making this video
as usual, Non-Yabis is here.
a vacation with a slightly smaller project. So I hope you all enjoyed the song, even if it was a bit of a sadder one than usual. I trust nobody was hit too hard by the total whiplash after last month's high-octane action anthem. I'll be back with something much
Well,
more
I've got
upbeat
things to
very
look forward
soon.
to. I haven't interacted
Please
to
do check out
Stupendium in a
the
while
videos
now.
of my songs, and remember to like,
Granted, I haven't made YouTube videos in a while now, so that is probably the reason why, but still.
and if you really enjoy
And I still want to get that mug. I still haven't gotten that mug. But yeah, I know I say this all the time. And I mean it all the time, but you know, obviously that's because this one is fresh in my mind. And usually when I say it, it's fresh in my mind, so that's why it's the case. But this might be my favorite one. Just straight up, this might be my favorite Stupendium song. Because he's saying, you know, it has a dark message. I think it's actually not a dark message, maybe like a sad message would probably be better. Like a darkish, saddish message. It's not a hopeful message per se. But I disagree. Not in the sense that it's not a positive message per se, but I think highlighting real issues is not necessarily sad or happy. I think it's just realistic, for lack of a better term. Words are escaping me, okay? But like, I don't think there is no evil or no good in portraying a message. I think a message can be evil, sure, but I don't think portraying it, you know, if it's already a thing, is necessarily on a spectrum of evil or good. I think it's just neutral, chaotic neutral. Woo! We have it. We have the D&D, you know, scale somewhere. I haven't played D&D. I want to play D&D. But yeah, this one was very, very good. Visually, very, very good. The song, there's so much going on with the song. Ooh, amazing, amazing. And I know I'm awful when it comes to recognizing things in songs, but the fact that I could recognize things in this song means everything. You know, it means everything. That to me means that like there was a lot going on. There's probably tons more going on that I did not recognize. One, I lacked the vocabulary to recognize it. I wouldn't even know, you know, how I would describe it. And two, I just lacked the knowledge to be able to actually recognize something. So, you know, c'est la vie. That's really what it boils down to, c'est la vie. I just really enjoyed this. I know the reaction probably wasn't that hype because I was just more so I was more so enjoying it more than anything, really. So, yeah. Open the Sky, as I said, he did mention like his previous one was like a lot more high octane, so I might check that out as well. As I said, there's been a ton of videos that he's released since my breaks. I mean, they are breaks, hiatuses. So there's a ton that I can check out, so I'm looking forward to a lot of those. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you want me to react to next. I'll take recommendations all the time. I haven't really gotten to much lately, if I'm being completely honest, but that's also because I always take breaks all the time, and I'm trying to avoid that at least for the rest of the year. So if you have any recommendations, leave them down below, and I'll check them out as soon as I get time for that. With that said, I'll see all of you in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out. As I said, support the Stupendium. Go check out his channel. I'll have a link in the description down below. Follow me on Twitter as well. I would very much appreciate it. I post a lot of nonsense, but honestly, I'm posting for the sake of posting at the moment. You know, with that said, I'll see all of you in the next one. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out and bye.